Hello, YouTube. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I have a great show lined up for you today because a lot of you have asked me about this procedure that I talk about a lot on my makeup videos. So welcome, everybody. I'm glad you found me here. Maybe you're thinking about doing an at-home TCA peel. Maybe the title of this video caught your attention. And I want to share my experience with at-home TCA pills. I've done several of them at the discretion of being right here in my home. And I want to first of all start out by saying I am not an expert. I am not a doctor. I'm not a dermatologist. I'm not even an esthetician. Okay. I'm just somebody that has spent years trying to find ways that I can help the sun damage that I have caused my skin over years of exposing myself unprotected to the harmful UV rays. Growing up, I really wasn't taught about protecting my skin. I'm 67 years old. And back in the day when I was young and I was a teenager and I loved the look of a tan, and I still do. I think it looks great. I think it looks healthy. I think it even makes you look thinner. Um, and I used to love getting a tan. I'm part Indian. I'm part Cherokee Indian. My grandfather was almost full-blooded Indian. So in saying that, my skin was very easy to tan. And so I would get really dark and have a great looking tan in the summer. And I loved that look. I never used any kind of sunscreen or skin protection when I was out in the sun. The only thing I can ever remember using was as a little girl. We would go to the beach in the summertime. We went to Florida every year on vacation. And my mother would put zinc on my nose because my nose would always get so blistered and burned. It would blister up and peel and all that. So I used that white zinc on my nose. But other than that, I was never taught about sunscreen or any of that. We used to use iodine and baby oil and lay out with the tin foil to get the best rays of the sun at the hottest time of the day. And so now at the age of 67, I have a lot of hyperpigmentation. So it's been years of research. It's been years of trying to reverse all that damage. And so today, if you're interested in how to do an at-home peel, if you're struggling with the same issues that I am, then stick around and you may find some of this information interesting as well as helpful. So let me just say welcome everybody to Darlene's This and That. We talk a lot about this, a lot about that, everything you can think of in between that's related to aging, all things women related, topics on vitamins, menopause, painful sexual intercourse. We talk about skin issues. We talk about application of makeup to get different looks. We talk about everything. And it's really just a lifestyle for women to be the best that we can be at whatever age we are. So I hope today's show will be enlightening. I hope it will be informational, and maybe this could be kind of some answers to maybe something that you've been looking for. Let me just say this, that anything that you're trying to get information on, you can go out there, and usually there is some kind of a video on YouTube or somewhere that's going to help you with whatever you're trying to accomplish. So I again preface this by saying I by no means am an expert in any of this. Okay. My background is in health and beauty because I've been doing working in cosmetics industry since the late 80s, mid to late 80s. I had my own cosmetic studio where I did makeovers. I've done makeup artistry. I used to do makeovers for people. I did weddings, photo shoots, and things like that. So beauty has kind of been my passion. I've always loved makeup and those kind of things. And I love being a woman. I love the girly girl parts of being a woman. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I've made some notes so that I don't miss anything today. And hopefully I will share some information that may be helpful to you and enlightening to you, and maybe give you some good results just like I've received over the years. So in saying this, today I want to talk to you about the ultimate guide of how to do an at-home TCA peel and do it safely, and also talk about the precautions, the expectations, realistic Pros and cons. There are some pros and cons with any kind of medical procedure, as you know that, whether you go to a plastic surgeon or whether you do something at home or whatever, there's always pros and cons and there's always risk. So I want to try to make sure that I catch my notes and I don't miss anything, because this is important information and I don't want you to ever go into doing something like this at home and rely totally on what I've told you without doing your own research. So let me just say, when we start out, do your research. Do not take my word for it. Consult a dermatologist or go to a plastic surgeon's office and talk to them about you're thinking about doing an at-home TCA peel. Now, if you've been going to a dermatologist or a plastic surgeon for any kind of skin treatments, that will need to also be taken into consideration. If you've been using any kind of retin-A's or AHAs or any kind of skin brighteners or lighteners, then you need to take that into consideration. So in saying that, why would you want to have an at-home TCA peel or a TCA peel, whether it's at your home or at your doctor's office? One of the things is if you've had acne problems in the past, if you've had scarring issues from that, if you've had any kind of irreparable skin damage from whether you've been out in the sun or through pregnancy. They call that, the hyperpigmentation, where you have the discoloration. They call it the pre-pregnancy mask. Sometimes it's referred to. Sometimes these TCA peels can make a huge difference in helping to brighten that skin and lighten up some of the dark pigmentation. And sometimes it can completely remove it. Okay. Now, a TCA peel is, for some of you that have asked, it is a peel that has acid in it, and it goes deeply into the inner layers of your skin, and it helps to slough off that dead skin and rejuvenate that skin and bring that beautiful skin underneath to the surface. So it's a peeling away of the top layers of your skin and bringing forth that beautiful, healthy, new, not damaged skin. Now, TCA peel stands for, and I'm going to try to pronounce this word, triclocetic acid. Trichloroacetic acid. Trichloroacetic acid. It is a trichloroacetic acid peel. That's what it's called. And you can do these at home. All right. So if you've spent years of basking in the sun and now you're thinking, oh goodness, what have I done? This may just be something that will be helpful and beneficial to you. So this is a TCA peel. This is a scary kind of thing. If you've never done this before, if you've never had it at your doctor's office, these are some precautions that I want to share with you. And they are saying that there's certain people that should refrain from doing these TCA pills. And I'm going to read those to you. Anyone who has herpes or is affected with herpes is not a good candidate. Anyone who is pregnant or nursing should not do a TCA pill, okay, whether it's at home or in their physician's office. If you are currently using Accutane, or if you have done that in the past 2 years, you may not need to do an at-home or a TCA pill. And if you are currently undergoing any kind of chemotherapy or radiation treatments, that might be another deterrent for you. Also, anyone who has skin that is irritated for any reason, anyone who has the tendency to scar easily, and also people who are also affected not just by herpes, but HIV or AIDS. Those are the people that should refrain from using a TCA pill. So let me go ahead and say, should you do your at-home TCA pill yourself, or should you go to your doctor's office? That is strictly up to you. You should never do anything without, first of all, consulting your physician, and second of all, doing your research, reading the pros and cons, reading the benefits, reading the risk, and also the potential complications. In order to achieve the best results when you do this TCA pill at home, you need to make sure that you are well prepared of what is going to happen during this TCA pill process. And I'm going to share some of these with you. First of all, what we need to do is to tell you, before you try any of this at home, you need to do a test patch before you put it on your face or any large part of your body. Now, I have done a TCA peel on parts of my legs. I've done some on my hands. I've done them on my chest and my face. So I have done TCA peels on large areas of my body as well as smaller areas. But also do a patch test before you try this. Do not skip this step. This is highly important because everybody's skin is different and everyone's skin reacts different to different things. Okay. Some people have very, very sensitive skin. I've seen women on Facebook and on YouTube when they would do their makeup videos, and just by rubbing their skin with a moisturizer, their skin immediately becomes beet red. That is someone who has very sensitive skin. And those are the kind of people that need to be very careful about doing any kind of at-home procedures. So make sure you know what skin type you have. Make sure that you do a patch test before you try any of this on some larger area of your skin. And then what we need to also tell you about is there is a peeling process that goes along with a TCA peel. Now, let me just tell you that this is not a quick fix. So if you're thinking I'm going to do this quick TCA peel over the weekend and by Monday, everything's going to be good, that's not the way this goes. Okay. So if you're doing a large area of your body, make sure that you know that that area is going to look 10 times worse before it looks better. You're going to have to be prepared to make sure that you cover that area up, that it's not subjected to the sun. You do not want your area that you just treated with a TCA peel to ever see the sun until after this peeling process, and then hopefully forevermore. You will always use a sunscreen, because if you remove those dark spots and hyperpigmentations, once you get out in the sun, those will come back if you don't protect yourself. Okay, so just understand that this is an acid peel and you're going to experience some downtime. And when I say downtime, is you're not going to be presentable going out in public, and you're not going to look the best during a particular lengthy period of time. They're saying anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks for the full peeling process to take place. So this is a lengthy process. This is not a quick fix. This is not a weekend at-home peel and you can go back to work Monday and look like nothing happened. That's not what this is. They say that if you use this in areas where you shave, you should refrain from shaving. You should refrain from using any kind of exfoliation. So if you do it on your face, if you're used to doing exfoliation or you cleanse your face with exfoliating scrubs, you have to refrain from any kind of exfoliation solutions, any kind of shaving creams or gels or anything like that. You cannot use that until after the peeling process has completed. Okay. So in saying that, what we're going to do is talk about how to choose the best peel for you. Okay. Now, if you are just starting out and you don't know how your skin's going to react, you've never had any kind of a dermabrasion done or microblading or any kind of a peel, whether it is at your doctor's office or health spa or any of those kind of things. If your skin has never been subjected to any kind of a harsh peel, then you want to start out on the lower end of strength for your TCA peel. And always start out lower, and then based on how your skin reacts, then you can work up next time to a higher strength of peel. But always, when in doubt, when first starting out, always start out with a lower peel. That's what I did. I started out with a 14%. I went to a 20%, and now I am actually doing, which is not even recommended, 40%. And I don't do that on specific areas of my body, but I do it on areas like my legs or the back of my arms or someplace like that. I would not probably put a 40% on my face. But I have 3 different strengths. And like I said, I started out with the 14%. It was an okay peel. And then I went to a 20% and I got a really good result. And I stuck with that. But on those stubborn spots, I would do more of a spot peel for the 40% strength than an all over peel, if that makes sense. Now, What we need to do in order to get ready is there's 4 different steps that we need to do in order to get the best at-home peel that you can possibly get. Safe results, good results, but choosing the best way for you. Let me just say that, because there's options out there, and don't look at this as, well, if a little strength will do okay, then a stronger strength is going to really get the job done. And that's not the way to look at this with a peel. Okay, you don't want to burn and scar your skin. So remember, if you are prone to scarring, start out with a very low peel and in the beginning, and then if your skin tolerates it, you can go up to a stronger strength. Now, the 4 steps is priming your skin. You must cleanse your skin, take a good shower, cleanse your skin with a good antibacterial soap. And then, even after that, you need to prime your skin. And what I do is I start out with a hand sanitizer, and I buy this particular one because this is a product that I use from a wellness company that I am a member of. This wellness company sells only safe, non-toxic products. And so I use the hand sanitizer to, even after I've washed my skin and all that, I will go in with a cotton pad and I will take my hand sanitizer. It's called Clear Defense. And I will clean that area also with my hand sanitizer. So in saying that, prep your skin by washing it and also cleansing it. Either, sometimes they say you can use rubbing alcohol as well. So if you wanted to use some kind of rubbing alcohol instead of a hand sanitizer, that's strictly up to you. But after you wash your skin, prep it and make sure that it is completely free of any kind of dirt or debris. We want to make sure that that area that you're going to put this TCA peel on is completely free of dirt and debris. Okay. And continue doing that until your cotton swab or your cotton pad comes out completely free of dirt. All right. And you'll be amazed, even after you've showered, when you do that process, you'll still see some dirt and grime come off that area. And the reason I'm pointing here is because I'm going to do these 2 areas here of my shoulder today. And I'll try to zoom in to where you can see this. I'm hoping that you can see this better. Okay. So we're going to do that. All right. We're going to zoom in and we're going to try to get as close as we can to the camera so you can see this process. So I've worn this shirt and I'm going to be able to pull it down, and I'm going to spot check these few spots right here. Now, this spot right here is where I had a biopsy done of a place that just kept itching. It wouldn't clear up, and it was not cancer, but it's from sun damage. So this is what you're seeing there. I'm probably not going to put a TCA on that because it is still healing, but I am going to put it on a couple of these dark sunspots. All right. So after we cleanse and prime the area, then what we need to do is understand that this peeling solution needs to be applied very, very carefully and cautiously. Never, ever, if you're doing your face, never put it around your mouth or your eyes. You never want this to get in your eyes, folks. Please protect your eyes. What you can also do is take some kind of petroleum jelly, and I use the Melagel. It's also from the wellness company that I was just talking about, that I purchased all of my products. You can put this around your lips and also around your eyes, and that will protect your eyes and your lips if you're doing your face from getting this peel in those areas. So make sure that you do not get this peel in those sensitive areas. Also, be very cautious about the inner corners of your nose. These areas right in here are very easily irritated and will cause you some great itching and discomfort. So be very careful within that inner fold right there of your nose. Be very careful with that as well. So also understand that, make sure you have all of your supplies handy and you know what you're going to have to use. Don't be going around trying to look for something. Make sure that your kit and everything is handy and you know the steps, and I will go over those steps with you. All right. Understand that this is going to be a peeling process. Once you put this TCA acid on your face, you wait about 4 to 5 minutes, and then you want to stop that peel from working. You don't want to leave it on there any longer. There are 2 different ways you can do this. You can create your own neutralizer by using baking soda and water, or you can purchase a neutralizer. And that's what this one is. This is a TCA acid peel neutralizer. And that just stops that peel from working. It stops it from burning. And that will neutralize that peel when you are ready for it to complete the process. All right. So, and then the last step requires some kind of a topical ointment to put on that area that you treated. And you'll have to do this for the next couple of weeks because you're going to experience a lot of dryness, itching, flakiness, and all kinds of things. All right. So make sure you have your supplies. And this is what you're going to need. You're going to need your TCA peel. Okay. Whatever strength it is. Today, I'm going to use the 20%. Let's just do that. If it doesn't do anything for me, then I will go in later with my 40%. So what I have is, it's called Dermalure, and this is the 14%, okay? I also have Dermalure, and it is 20%. It is 20%. Dermalure, 20%. And then what I have here is Dermalure, 40%. So all the ones that I have right here are Dermalure, Dermalure. Then I have the neutralizer. This is what's going to stop that peel once I feel like the 4 or 5 minutes have passed and I'm ready to stop that acid from working. Then I'm going to neutralize it. Okay. So you're going to need your TCA peel. You're going to need cotton pads in order to apply it. You're going to need a neutralizer, whether it's either a neutralizer or you make one of baking soda and water. That will neutralize it as well. You're going to need some kind of a petroleum jelly or antibacterial cream, and that's what this Melagel is. You're going to need some gloves. Do not ever apply this without gloves because your hands will be just a horrific, peeling, dry, ugly mess. You'll look like you've been in a tub of hot water for about 6 months. So make sure that you have gloves on hand. Do not apply this without some kind of protection on your hand. This is acid. This is acid. And I want you to understand that this is a serious thing here. We're dealing with acid. Okay. So once you know that you have your kit ready, you know the steps that you're going to apply this and the steps of the routine, then you're prepared. Also have some kind of a clock handy where you can time this because you don't need to leave it on any longer than about 5 minutes. So 4 to 5 minutes, depending on the burn that you're getting. Now you're going to experience a tingling, little burning sensation, but if it is extremely painful, stop it. Stop that process. This is not to burn and destroy your skin. Okay. So listen to your skin. Don't let it go and it just be completely so painful you can't stand it because this is acid, folks. And we need to make sure that we do the correct process and we listen to our skin when it's talking to us. So now let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to get into this camera here and I'm going to hope that you can see it. And even if you can't, you'll get the gist of this. I've got the lighting here and I'm hoping this is lighting good enough for you to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to concentrate on this spot here and I'm going to concentrate on these up here, this and this, probably right in here. I'm just going to do this whole little patch right here. Now, I'm not going to be wearing any sexy tops for the next couple of weeks, just saying. So I'm going to put my gloves on. Got my glove on, okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep my skin. I've already showered this morning. I've already took my shower. But I'm going to take my hand sanitizer and I'm just going to squeeze some on my cotton ball. Now, I've already showered this morning and I put lotion and stuff on, but I'm just going to cleanse this area right here. Cleanse it real good. Wipe it, cleanse it. And I like this better than I like alcohol. Like alcohol is a little stronger. Oh my goodness. And remember they said to wipe it till it's clean. Look at that. That's dirt, you guys. So we're going to have to do it again because they say wipe it until it is clean and nothing comes off on your pad. I guess I didn't do a good job washing this morning. I did a video the other night, Get Ready With Me, and I washed my face twice and exfoliated. And took my toner to wipe my face, and dirt was still coming off. It's amazing. Okay, we're almost there. I'm still getting a little bit, just a little bit. Let's do that one more time. Okay, I think we're good. So we've prepped our skin here. I don't have any dirt on the pad, so it is clean and uh, free from all the dirt. And I'm going to concentrate on these areas right here. Now, you can do this two different ways. You can apply the peel with a cotton pad if you're doing it on a large area, like your chest or your face. If you are doing spots, you can do it with a Q-tip. So if you are just doing spots, you can dab these areas with your Q-tip. But I'm going to start out with the 20%. And so before you do this, make sure that that area that you just did is clean and completely dry. Make sure that it's still not wet, it's completely dry, okay? And then, like I said, if you're doing it on your face, make sure you use some kind of a petroleum jelly around your eyes and your lips, and even inside the folds there of your nose. You don't want that to get in there because that will really do some damage there. Especially if you get it in your eyes and your mouth, you don't want it to get in there because it will make your sides of your mouth crack and all that kind of stuff. Also, wear gloves. Every time you do this, you do not want to do this without wearing gloves. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and first of all, I'm going to spot. I'm just going to dip my Q-tip down in the peel. This is the 14%, okay? No, this is the 20%. I'm sorry, 20%. I'm going to refrain from the 40% for right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spot check those places. Just going to put that on those places right there. And you can wait for a moment. And if you don't feel any burn sensation, reapply it. Okay. And it's not burning me at all. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go in with my 40%. I would not recommend this to anyone because 40% is very strong, but I know my skin, I know it can tolerate it. And so I'm going to go in with this 40%. And I'm just going to go right on those areas again. And I've got a clock here. It is exactly 11 o'clock. Now I'm getting some burning this time. I am feeling the burn. Okay. And you can reapply it if you're not getting any kind of reaction. Okay. And I'm beginning to burn, and it's 11 o'clock. And I'm going to leave this on for, according to how it feels, for about 4 to 5 minutes. And you may start seeing some white frosting that comes upon your skin in the areas that you've treated. And that's a good thing. You want that white frosting look. That knows that it's working. It shows you that it's working. This one right here is really beginning to burn. So it's only been on for 1 minute. So I'm going to leave it on for a little while and see if we get any kind of frosting. It's kind of hard for me to see, but I don't know if you can see that or not. And I'm going to leave that on for about, it's 11:01. I'm going to leave it on for about 3 more minutes or so. It's burning, but it's not uncomfortable. I mean, it's not painful at all. I feel a little tingling, and it's more here than anywhere else. So I know that it's not It's not doing any bad damage. It's working. You want a little burn. If it's not burning, then, you know, maybe later you can go up a strength. But I would start out at a very low strength if you've never done this before. Please do not go to a 40% if you have never done this before. You will not be happy. Just trust me with that. You need to know how your skin is going to react before you apply this to your skin. Always do that patch test and make sure that your skin can tolerate that strength of peel. So make sure that you don't miss any spots. If you're doing a large area, make sure that you go over it in a systematically way. So if you want to go horizontal and then go back vertical, or vertical and then horizontal, make sure that you don't miss any spots and get a good covering of the area that you're trying to treat. Okay. So just make sure that you get that covered, that area, and don't miss any spots. And then it is now 11:02. We're going to wait a few more minutes because it's burning a little, but it's not intolerable. Okay? And always remember to discard any of these pads that you use with the peel. Make sure you don't pick it up with your hands because it is acid. And I'm getting some frosting on this one here. And what's going to happen is these dark spots will become darker. Okay? They will crust over, and eventually the peeling process will take place. And do not peel those places. Let it take its own course. Let nature handle it the way it needs to. Because if you pick at these places and peel it off prematurely, you're not going to have a good result. So you have to let it run its course. And by doing that, you just keep it moisturized. You keep your gel on there. You don't use any kind of exfoliation or anything else on it. Let it just run its course, and you will have a good outcome. Okay. But you have to follow the procedure. Don't get impatient. This is not a quick fix. I don't know of any surgery, plastic surgery, anything that's going to give you a quick fix. With any kind of surgery, whether it's a facelift, whether it's liposuction, whether it's anything, what do they tell you? You have to wait for it to fully go full circle. They'll tell you that liposuction can take up to 6 months before you see the final result. They'll tell you that a facelift, anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks or longer, because you have the swelling and the disfiguration and the bruising and all that. Same thing with this. This is not an overnight fix. It's not a quick fix. It's going to be a healing process, and you must allow it to do the work that you have applied it to. You have to let it do its magic, okay? And so it's crusting up. This one's crusting up pretty good. I don't know about this one. I may need to apply a little more on that one. Let me just do that, because that one's just being aggravating. It's not burning or nothing. Oh, it is now. Okay. 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 It's burning. Okay, it's going to crust up now. Now, in a day or so, it's going to turn really dark brown. These spots are going to really get brown. They're going to get dark. And it kind of becomes a scab. It forms a scab. And then that scab, oh, it's crusting. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's beginning to crust up, frost up, not crust up, but frost up, the white frosting. That means I'm getting a good peel. I'm going to leave that on for just a few more minutes, and then I'm going to neutralize it. And then all I do now is I take my neutralizer and I take my cotton swab. And remember, if you're doing this on a larger area of your body, make sure you neutralize every part of that body that you put that peel on. So soak your cotton pad with the neutralizer and just start rubbing that. Start rubbing that. Make sure you get all that area that you, ooh, this one's going to be a good one here now. Make sure you really neutralize that area. That will stop the peel from working, okay? And I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is really, really crusting up. And then once you've done that, allow that to dry. And then apply your antibacterial cream, okay? So after you do that and you let it dry, apply your antibacterial cream or some kind of an antibacterial ointment in order to keep that moisturized, because it's going to continue to dry and flake and all that kind of stuff. So for the next couple of days after you've done your peel, make sure you use some kind of an antibiotic cream, okay? Because you don't want any kind of an infection or anything like that to set up, okay? And this one is really, really coming on. If you can see that right there. That one's really, really doing its job. So I will not be able to wear some kind of a beautiful off the shoulder top for a while. But that's okay. I don't wear many of those anyway because I don't have good skin. I have worked for years trying to get rid of the sun damage, and I've come a long, long way. My chest was so horrible, and I'm talking not just hyperpigmentation. It was crepey, and it looked old. My skin looked old. Have you ever seen someone that has lived in the sun all their life and their skin just looks like leather? My chest was beginning to look like that. And we went to the beach one time, and my husband took a picture of me with my hat on, and we were headed there, and I saw my chest and I thought, oh, this has got to stop. And I realized that I had to do something to reverse the damage that I had done all over the years. And so that's when I set out on a path to find some answers and some solutions and try to reverse all the damage that I had done over the years. And it's not, my skin's not perfect. It will never be perfect. It's never been perfect because I have freckles, but it's never going to be that beautiful olive, flawless skin. It's never going to be that, but it can be better than what it was. And it is. And so this is kind of the whole step of doing an at-home TCA peel. Now, what to expect? You should have some kind of an anti-itch cream on hand because you're going to itch. Just saying, you're going to itch. Once this peeling begins, you're going to start itching like crazy. So make sure that you have some kind of an anti-itch cream or some kind of moisturizer or lotion, an after peel lotion or something like that, moisturizer, because let me just tell you, you're going to itch like a dog with fleas, okay? And you do not want to scratch that area because that could cause infection and damage, okay? When you leave the house, if you have done your face or an area that is exposed to the sunlight, please cover it up and wear sunscreen. Because if I got out in the sun with this would be horrific. It would look horrible, 10 times worse than what I started with. So make sure you protect your skin, that you have just done the peel with some kind of clothing and sunscreen. Okay. Drink lots of water. Drink lots of water. I have my jug here with me. Remember, water is a natural healing medicine. It is. Everybody needs water. So you will need to keep your skin hydrated while you are recovering from this peeling process. Make sure that you keep this moisturized and it's not excessively dry, okay? You're not going to see the full results for about 2 to 4 weeks. It's a long process. This is not an overnight sensation, an overnight quick fix. You're probably not going to see any full results for at least after 2 weeks. And I speak from experience, sometimes 4 weeks or more. Make sure that you wait at least this long before you try another peel. So if you say, well, this one didn't work, I'm going to do another one, at least wait for 2 weeks before you try to do another peel on top of what you've just done. Give that peel time to go through that process and see what the end results are. And if you're not happy with that, then after that period of time, you can go back and reapply it. Okay. Do not use any kind of hair removal creams like Nair or any of that. Don't do any kind of waxing on any area that you have just done the TCA peel. Okay. Not PCA peel. So don't use any kind of hair removal creams or any of those kind of things, exfoliations on any of those areas that you've just done. Okay. Now, the side effects are going to be, I'm just going to make sure that I don't miss anything. You will see some frosting. This is when the skin begins to turn very white, as it's a reaction to the acid and the peel that you just done. Okay, that is a good thing. Now, it says that you may be tempted to peel this area when you see that frosting, but do not touch that area. Do not peel it. Do not touch it. Avoid doing that at all costs. That's what it says. Do not touch that area. You could cause some serious damage and some very bad infections to set up. Okay. You may also see a lot of redness. This is normal. Okay. You've just applied acid to your skin. So you're going to see some redness, but usually that redness will fade within 2 to 4 days. Usually 1 to 3 days, but you may see some that last longer if your skin is hypersensitive. It says you may experience brown spots on the areas that you treated, especially if it's in a larger area. You'll start seeing some brown spots appear that you didn't even know you had. Okay. That's bringing that hyperpigmentation to the surface in order for it to slough off. You want to get rid of it. They were laying underneath that dermis of your skin, and this peel is bringing it up to the top layer, and you're going to start seeing some probably more brown spots. Don't let that scare you. That's a good thing. You want that. All right. They will go away. They will go away. They will slough off and peel off in their own natural time. Do not rush it. Okay. Let's see. Do not make these peeling mistakes. Do not peel these areas. Do not pick at your skin when it starts to peel. Never go outside without sunscreen. And if you notice an area that is extremely causing you some irritation, continue applying your antibacterial gel. Do not ignore if you're hurting. Do not ignore that it is a pain. That's not a good thing. Your burning should have stopped and subsided right after you used your neutralizer. So make sure of that. And that is basically the whole at-home TCA peel in a nutshell. Now we just wait. We just wait and we see what this does. And I could do an update for you in a couple of weeks and let you see the process and see what results we've had. Now, I did not touch this one up here. This is where they did the biopsy. Thank God it was not cancer. It was precancerous, but I did a couple of spots here. And so we'll see how that process goes. Remember, this is an acid pill. Do not take this lightly. This is not something you think, well, if they can do it, I can do it. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you try this on your skin somewhere before you do this on a large area of your body. Make sure you have all your supplies at hand. Make sure you have a neutralizer or some way to stop this. Make sure you have some kind of an ointment that you can apply on this. Keep this area clean. Keep it moisturized. Do not pick at it. And in a couple of weeks, you will start seeing the results. And hopefully this was something that was beneficial. Hopefully that this was something that's helpful to you. If you experience any kind of hyperpigmentation, this would be something you might want to check into. Please go to your doctor and ask for advice, or your dermatologist or your plastic surgeon. And they should know your skin. If you've been going to a dermatologist before and they've tried other skincare treatments, then they kind of know how your skin reacts, and maybe they can give you some more advice based on their expertise. I am not an expert. I'm not a doctor. Also, I want to also tell you that if you have any questions about any of the products that I'm using through my wellness company, we do also have a line. It's called Vitamin C Skin Defense Line. It is a line that I use that is specifically for hyperpigmentation, age spots, liver spots, pregnancy, a mask, and those kind of things. It is a lightening and brightening skincare treatment. I would love to talk to you about that. If you would like to ask me questions, go to my email down here that you see on the ticker tape that is going on the bottom here of my channel. You can send me an email and I will directly reach out to you myself personally and answer any questions that you have. I would love to talk to you about this wellness company and the wonderful products that they provide. It is a wellness company that's been in business over 38 years. They're still AAA plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. All of their products are made right here in the United States of America. They are safe. They are environmental friendly, and they have no harmful toxins or poisons inside their products. The only product that this company has that has any kind of ingredient that they have to go outside of the United States for is their mascara. There is an ingredient that they use in their mascara, and it's one of the best mascaras I've ever used. And it is an ingredient that they have to get from Italy. But other than that, all 500 or more products are all made right here in the United States of America. That's the kind of company that I want to support. I want to know what products I'm using on my body. And by purchasing products from this wellness company that's been in business for years, you can buy these products and feel good and know that these are safe for you and your family. So if you have any questions about anything we've done here today, if you've done a TCA peel, you have any comments, please feel free to put your comments in the comment section. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We talk about everything here. We talk about just being happy with who you are and where you are in life, making the most of every day, even when life brings hard challenges, unexpected things. We can still find joy in the little things in life. So y'all have a great day. Please click that bell if you want to be notified when I upload my next video. Thank you for watching, and y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.